Okay, I want to start off that he's talking about education. Well, education is pretty much what our plan is. We said that they will be fine, but they have to take a mandatory class. So I agree with him that yes, education is necessary, but that is why we're making it mandatory. A $75 is really not that much. $75, that's like a pair of shoes. They'll learn their lesson there. And then he's talking about how about labeling. Yes, labeling is there, but as I had mentioned before, there is a lack of labeling. Like there's no regulation. There's like so much misconception, and obviously the companies don't want to lose any money. So why, like they're not gonna say the true effects of it. They're not gonna put something that is gonna make them look bad. And then he's saying how like they have to do math. We're obviously talking about kids that are irresponsible and they're consuming them like sodas. So you're expecting this kid to sit there and do math, and that's like sounds almost illogical. There's like no way that he's gonna sit there. Obviously we're talking about irresponsible kids, so there's not gonna be a kid that's gonna grab his energy drink and say, oh yeah, like what's 2% divided into this and that. Like there's no way that he's gonna be doing that. We're talking about a plan that is just gonna be educational. Towards the kids and the parents. He's saying how parents don't have any time. Again, like a lot of parents don't even know, like this energy drink, it's a concept that is just rarely started. So a lot of parents don't even know the consequences of it, the true effects of it. So again, we go back to education. That is why it's a mandatory class that they have to take. He also mentioned how the internet, I mean, there's not people not watching TV. There's the internet that people are constantly on. There's people on their phones. And as I mentioned before, there's always marketing in sporting events. They don't need to be watching TV. There's people that are fully geared and these Red Bulls or Monsters. So they don't have to be watching TV. It's just pretty much everywhere they go. There's going to be advertising going on with them. And that is why I had mentioned before that if we make it a policy, the reason why it's necessary to make it a policy because it has to be enforced. Anything that is enforced, they're obligated to follow the law. And to some extent, they obligate everybody in general to get educated. That is why I think it's very necessary to make this policy stated, and I don't think it's too much. He's talking about how the companies will also lose money. And how will they lose money if he keeps saying that they're not targeting the kids? We're just talking about kids that are 18 and younger. So that shouldn't even be an issue if they are just mainly targeting adults. It would not be an issue. And that's all. Thank you.